You ever sit on the toilet scrolling your phone at 2 a.m., knees going numb, blue light frying your retinas, and suddenly you pause mid scroll, stare into the void of your cracked screen, and think, wait, is this my life? Not in a cute, whimsical, life is unpredictable kind of way. No, I mean in the damn, I'm a background character in my own movie, and the director fell asleep 10 scenes ago. You blink, and suddenly you're old, eating leftovers in the dark, texting LOL with dead eyes, while wondering if your childhood dreams died of natural causes or were murdered by student loans and LinkedIn updates. Like, this is it? This is what little you fantasized about when you were 9 years old, wearing a cape made of a towel, and thinking you'd grow up to be an astronaut, a rock star, or at the very least, a happy adult with matching socks. Instead, you're a semi functioning adult who gets excited over new sponges and eats anxiety for breakfast. You're not even alive, you're just in motion. A half dead zombie with 43 open tabs, 7 unplayed voice notes, a fridge full of expired condiments, and an existential crisis every Tuesday at 3:17 p.m. And the wildest part? You're still trying to look put together on the outside, like the human version of a Target home decor section. Let me break it to you gently. Actually, screw gentle. Let me slap it into your soul with the emotional force of 1,000 passive aggressive Zoom calls. You're not burnt out because you're lazy. You're burnt out because you're pretending to be someone you're not every damn day. You're not tired from work. You're tired from wearing a mask that doesn't even fit right, from clocking into a life that doesn't feel like yours, from putting on a good vibes only persona when your insides feel like a haunted house in November. You're tired because every single part of your day is set to performance mode. Smile when you want to scream. Say, I'm good, you, when you really mean I am dead inside, Karen, but thanks for asking. Show up to the meeting, check the box, numb the feelings, repeat. You go to a job you low key hate but pretend to love because it has great benefits. You come home to a couch that smells like disappointment and old takeout. You scroll through highlight reels of other people's lives while eating your emotions in the form of beige snacks that come in crinkly plastic bags, chips, crackers, air fried despair. And here's the real kicker, the twist in the plot you didn't see coming. You don't even remember who you actually are anymore. Not in a quirky, haha, I lost myself in my 20s way. I mean, like, you straight up ghosted yourself. Like your real self, the one with weird dreams and strong opinions and unfiltered joy, texted you 6 years ago, like, hey, you there? And you left them on red. Somewhere between be responsible and don't rock the boat, you slowly turned down the volume on your soul until it was just background noise. Now you're just playing a role, well behaved, presentable, quietly dying. Poof, gone. You left the real you back in 2017 next to your Tumblr password and whatever hope you had left after that second unpaid internship. Let's be brutally honest. Most of us, we're building a life we don't even like, to impress people we don't even respect, while slowly morphing into the human equivalent of a Canva template. Aesthetically pleasing, slightly inspirational, totally hollow, just enough color to seem alive, not enough to scare anybody. You ever been around someone who's just real? Like unsettlingly, uncomfortably, beautifully real? They say what they mean. They feel what they feel. They're not performing, they're just being, and it messes with your whole reality. Being around them is like petting a tiger in a mall food court. You're like, oh, damn, you're not playing the game. You left the game, you burned the board. They're not here to make you comfortable. They're here to exist fully. And for a moment, it shakes something loose in you. Because realness, it's rare. And rare things make people nervous. People don't actually fear someone who's too emotional or too intense or too ambitious. Nah, that's just the surface excuse. What they actually fear is truth, unedited, unfiltered, unapologetic. Truth that's lived. Truth that says, I know who I am and I'm not sorry. That's why when you finally stop pretending and start showing up as the real you, people around you start glitching like NPCs in Grand Theft Auto during a thunderstorm. They're like, wait, you're not pretending to be fine today? You're not watering yourself down to make me comfortable? You have boundaries now? You're gonna say what you actually think and feel? In this economy? Yes, in this economy, in this broken, chaotic, overstimulated world, you choosing to be real is the most rebellious, radical, world shifting thing you can do. Because when everyone else is airbrushing their pain, you being honest about yours is revolutionary. And let me be clear, when I say that man was me, I don't mean like, oh, I used to be that guy. I mean, I am still that guy right now. Talking to you from the middle of the wreckage with coffee breath, sleep debt, and 15 tabs open about how to be emotionally available when you're chronically overstimulated. I didn't get it all figured out. I'm not coming to you from some mountaintop of enlightenment wearing a linen robe and holding a green juice. I'm coming to you from the trenches, still unlearning the people pleasing, still relearning how to tell the truth without apologizing for it, still trying to remember that my worth is not tied to how comfortable I make everyone else feel. Because being real is not a final destination, it's a daily decision. It's waking up every morning and choosing not to betray yourself for the sake of fitting in. It's choosing discomfort now over resentment later. It's ripping off the mask, even when your hands are shaking. And yes, it will cost you. People will leave. Opportunities will dry up. Your highlight reel will get fewer likes. But your life, your actual off camera, 2 a.m. sobbing on the kitchen floor life, that SAT will finally start to feel like yours. Because there's nothing lonelier than being loved for a version of you that doesn't even exist. And nothing more liberating than being fully, wildly, unapologetically seen. So maybe it's time to retire the performance. Time to log off the algorithm and log into your own damn heartbeat. Time to stop asking, will they like me if I show them who I really am? And start asking, do I even like the version of me I'm showing them? Maybe you don't need to be more productive. Maybe you don't need another app or habit tracker or vision board. Maybe you just need to come back to the parts of you you left behind to survive. The parts that were too weird, too honest, too much, the parts that felt. Because in the end, no one will remember the roles you played. They'll remember how real you were when the world begged you to be fake. So be the person who walks into the room and doesn't shrink. Be the one who cries in public and doesn't apologize for it. Be the one who says, actually, I'm not okay, and means it. Be the one who gives other people permission to take off the mask too. Be so real it makes people uncomfortable. Because that discomfort, that's not rejection. That's recognition. It's their soul remembering what aliveness feels like. It's the static of truth disrupting the flat line of performance. It's the emotional earthquake that shakes them awake and whispers, you don't have to fake it anymore either. So let this be your permission slip. To stop editing your personality like an Instagram caption. To stop shrinking your dreams to fit someone else's comfort zone. To stop watering yourself down just so you can be liked. Be unforgettable. Be undeniable. Be you, loud, messy, alive. Because the world doesn't need another carbon copy. It needs someone brave enough to show up as themselves, even if their voice shakes, even if their hands tremble, even if people walk away. Because real always finds real. And somewhere out there, someone's soul is starving for a sign that it's safe to be human again, to feel again, to exist without apology. Let them find that in you. You're not too much. You were just never meant to fit in with people who settled for so little. So go, be the proof that real still exists. And if it scares people, good. That means it's working. And no, I didn't figure it all out. I still overthink like it's my cardio. Still cry over Pixar movies like they owe me emotional damages. Still spiral at 3 a.m., wondering if I left the oven on emotionally or worse, if I left myself on mute for too long. But now, I'm real, not curated, not convenient, not easy to digest, just raw, glitchy, fully alive me. And I swear to you, I'd take real over perfect every damn time because perfect is a prison. But real is freedom with the door wide open. So if you're watching this and some part of you feels like you're living someone else's life, if your laugh sounds rehearsed, if your dreams have dust on them, if your reflection feels like a character you've been cosplaying for years, please listen. You weren't born to be agreeable. You weren't born to play it safe. You weren't born to shrink yourself down into a people pleasing, conflict avoiding, beige-colored version of someone you're supposed to be. You were born to be something true, to feel deeply, to take up space, to live wide open. So start small. Say the thing that's been stuck in your throat since forever. Feel the thing you keep numbing out. Tell the truth, even if it makes your voice shake like a chihuahua in a thunderstorm wearing tiny boots. Be real in a world that's addicted to the fake. And yes, people will leave. Let them go. Your truth will terrify the ones who built their lives around denial, but it will awaken the ones who are still out there searching for something real. That's how you know you're on the right path. The wrong people disappear. The right ones appear. And the most important person, you, finally comes home. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be polished. You just need to be honest. Because someone out there right now is choking on their own silence, smiling through pain, drowning in their own mask. And they're just waiting, praying for someone like you to go first. So be that proof. Be the spark. Be the sign they didn't even know they were waiting for. Be so real it's jarring. So raw it's undeniable. So unapologetically that people either run away or they start waking. The hell up. And maybe, just maybe, that person who finally wakes up is you.